Welcome back. This is another exciting episode of Mr. Takeda Teaches Algebra, the Math 8 edition. I'm your host, Mr. Takeda, and I'm going to teach you some algebra right now. This is lesson 5.2 on solving systems of linear equations by substitution. Well, we've already gone over solving by graphing, and we saw that was a lot of work. I think this is going to be easier for us. Okay, this idea of substitution. Think about that word substitution. What does it mean? Let's find out, shall we? Let's go. Okay, to solve a system of equations by substitution, step 1, solve one of the equations for one of the variables. In other words, you want one of the variables by itself. Doesn't matter which one, you want one variable by itself. Just like that. Number 2, substitute the expression from step 1 into the other equation and solve for the other variable. I know there's a lot of others and things in this. We'll go over that. It's probably easier to show you by example. And then finally, step 3, substitute the value from step 2 into one of the original equations and solve. Okay, because we have to solve. Remember, we have an ordered pair we're trying to find here. So we need to find an x and y. So this is a little confusing. Let's do an example. It's only actually one example on this video. Let's do an example, and then we can talk about the notes as we do it. Okay. So here's the system they want us to solve. Y equals 2x minus 4 and 7x minus 2y equals 5. I'm going to write those a little bit bigger here so I can manipulate if I need to. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is solve one of the equations for a single variable. But we already have that. We have y equals 2x minus 4. Okay, y is by itself. Okay, if y equals 2x minus 4, it also equals 2x minus 4 in the other video, in the other equation, I'm sorry. So here's a y, here's a y. This y is 2x minus 4. Well, so is this y, 2x minus 4. So what I'm going to do is write a single equation that has one variable in it. Okay, so there's my 2. But instead of writing times y, I'm going to write times 2x minus 4. And that's going to be equal to 5. Okay, so the first goal is really single equation with a single variable. Okay, this is kind of the goal of the first step. All that stuff on that previous, that earlier slide comes down to this. We want a single equation with a single variable. All right, and then we're going to solve for the variable. In this case, it's x. So we want to get x by itself. All right, so I'm going to distribute. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Okay, then I'm going to simplify my left side. 7x minus 4x is 3x. So 3x plus 8 equals 5. Then subtracting 8 from both sides, I get 3x equals negative 3. Then dividing both sides by 3, I'm left with x equals negative 1. Okay, so now we're partway there. Now I need to substitute this back into one of the two equations to figure out what y is. And since y is isolated over here, that's going to be the easiest thing. So y is equal to 2, and instead of x, I'm going to put negative 1. I have one piece of my puzzle, and then minus 4. Okay, so 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. So y equals negative 6. But remember, our solution is an ordered pair. Just think about how those lines cross when we graph them. So -1, -6. That is the solution to our system. Okay, that is it. I only have the one example here. There's some word problems and stuff, but all substitution is going to work like this. All right, so thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.